Today we're going to discuss my take on military. Right now, we are in an active war state. Whether you believe me or not, we are. We have declared war on terrorism. We have declared war on drugs. Neither one of those wars have ever been completed. So we're in an active war state. So the real question is, what does that mean? Well, if you look at our military budget, starting back in the year 2000, right before 9/11 occurred, we were spending $300 billion on our military. That was just supporting our military. And as you've can see by the numbers here listed on the side, we have gone astronomically up from that point to what Trump wanted to spend this year and has gotten approved as our military budget at $769 billion for our military. But what are they doing for us? What have they done for us? I'm not saying that the military isn't there supporting our country and giving us our freedoms. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, out of all the things that they've accomplished in these active wars, how many of them have affected us the way you think they would? We have taken out the Taliban. We've taken on Al-Qaeda. We have made insurgents into Iraq. We've beheaded or assassinated Saddam Hussein, Osama bin Laden. Now we have the ISIS going on. What does that mean for our commander-in-chief? As the President of the United States in an active war zone, I would have the ability, or they currently have the ability, to order the military to do whatever they want. That's one of those benefits of being in an active war state. Otherwise, the generals of our country control our military. My take on this is we are spending money to police a world who does not want it to be policed. And why are we policing the world? We are not the oldest country that exists. Why do we feel that it's our responsibility to go out to the world and police them into doing what we want them to do? I feel that we need to take a step back. And so if I were elected president, my take on the military, my first response to this would be to recall all soldiers in active military. And this isn't a strategic withdrawal where it takes months or years of calling back a percentage of our soldiers that are over in the field. This is an instant and effective withdrawal. Months, maybe. Years, not happening. We're getting all of our soldiers back from other countries, back into the United States. We're withdrawing all of our external resources that are being dealt to fight the war on terrorism and the war on drugs. We're recalling all of that back to the United States. Now, we have a budget approved for our military. I'm not saying that we don't use that budget, but I'm saying we use it to better our country. The roads in our country are our infrastructure. They are designed to be used by the military. Have you ever wondered why there's straight stretches in the middle of the curvy roads? That's because there's rules out there that state that there has to be places to land airplanes. There is mile stretches that are straight to allow an airplane in distress to land on our interstates. That's how they're designed. They're designed to be effective. They're designed to allow our military to move forces from one side of the country to the other and be effective about it. So why not recall our military and have them fix our roads? Have them do all of these projects that our country needs help with on our infrastructure. Hell, even if we wanted to, we could have them build Trump's wall. That's a part of this. We have combat engineers that can be effective on helping build roads and the wall. We have the military force that can be effective for doing this as well. So why not call them back? Why not get them out of spending time and losing lives for gaining nothing? People would say that we went to Iraq to maintain our oil, but our gas prices has continued to skyrocket. We're not doing anything about it. We have oil that we're mining in South Dakota now, and that hasn't affected our prices. Why are we spending the military to maintain oil that we don't need? Why are we doing all of these things and spending money on things we don't need? So my first thing would be to recall the military. My second thing would be to distribute them to the states that need assistance with the road work. How many people believe that there are two seasons, winter and road construction? Many Americans feel this way because that's how it goes. All summer long, all the roads are being worked on, and they never get accomplished. They never get completed. So now we have a military force that can be used for that benefit, that can come back and support our crews that are fixing our infrastructure. We had a giant scare where bridges were falling down on us. I don't know if we're still done with that. These are all things that we need a workforce for, that we need people to do. And the workforce that we currently have in the United States is not enough. And if we're spending $769 billion, why not get something for it? Why not better our country? We don't need to police the world. We need to support ourselves. If that means that on the airports that we have a military group that sits at every airport to make sure that no terrorists are coming into our airports, why not? Why not spend that $769 billion to have our troops at home where they're not afraid of losing their lives, where we gain a benefit from it? Why spend money to ship things overseas when they don't need to be there? Now, this doesn't include the military that's on patrol, like our naval boats that constantly patrol the world globe. I'm not talking about them. They're not in active war zones. I am talking about the troops that are enlisted in active war zones where people die because of landmines or people die because of insurgent fighting. I'm not talking about the military that's at the embassies all around the world. I am literally talking about the military in active war zones. Coming home immediately, ending these wars effectively now. Thank you.